Welcome back. See,
Oh my gosh.
these never cease to amaze me. Season's greetings. Look at that. Rupper all dressed up, full tie, ready to rock and roll. Stu a little more casual, and I've got something suspicious.
What do you got going on, J-Mo?
I'm a little self-conscious about the size of my head.
Yeah.
Whoever put that together?
Yeah, teeth look great though.
Wait a minute.
How about my nodals? No shoulders, just nolders.
Nolders.
Nolders, no shoulders. just head and just go.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
Get in there, work on the
I know,
traps
I got to
a little
try to
bit.
get
My
some
goodness.
workouts going.
All right, season's greetings. The season
In
fast
September?
approaching here. Yeah, right?
In September?
I was at the store the other day, Christmas stuff.
Fair
enough.
Fair
Fair
enough. Going on. So
sounds amazing.
we will celebrate. It's a fancier way of saying send us your questions from the fans. So let's get right to it. Season's greetings. Here we go. We put this question out. You've got questions. Rupper and Grimmer have answers. What's the biggest question regarding your favorite team as we approach the new season? Hashtag NHL Tonight. You guys delivered at home. So let's see what we got. Our first X here, we've got Max, Ducky Puck Luck. Will Trevor Zegras and Jamie Drysdale re-sign before training camp ends, or will they hold out like Timu and Scotty used to do?
Well, let me take this first because I play with Scotty.
Okay.
No, they won't hold out like those guys did because they're not those guys. And what I mean by that is they're not superstars. You better bet your bottom dollar they get in camp here at some point and start the season on time. I think they will. I don't know. I might be wrong, Stu, but I would assume they will.
Different day and age, right?
Correct, but there's a moment in time to play that card, and the context needs to be right. I'm saying the very same thing that Rupper is saying. Boys, this ain't that team. You're not that player. And I'm not saying, you got to roll over and take 75 cents on the dollar, but get it done.
Just 8 games last year for Jamie Drysdale, so it'll be nice to see him fully healthy back in the back end.
Yeah, so that's even more
Yeah.
so. A limited year now. You're not going to miss time.
You're holding out on what?
Yeah, so these guys will get it done.
All right, Stu's parched, needs a sip of water. Season's greetings, here we go. Let's get another question from the fans. What do we got? Super cool guy, officially, Big Daddy Crane. How far will the Pens go, Grimmer, this season?
Well, I'm on record at some point during this broadcast, I believe. The Pens are making the playoffs.
Okay.
What was the question? How far?
How far?
How
So does that mean
far?
first
Does
round
that mean
exit?
deep? Does that mean deep?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's some muscle
so you've got
memory
him in the
there.
playoffs, so
There's
then how
some muscle
far?
memory there. There's a core there that has won multiple SC Stanley Cups. I think this team is capable of the deep run. The Metro is tough. The Metro is becoming ever competitive. New Jersey emerging last season as a real, a team to beat in this division. So that makes it all the tougher. But I've been strong on the Pens for a while.
Rupper?
They're going to make some noise.
I guarantee they make the playoffs.
Guarantee.
And how far they go will be what Tristan Jarry we see if he stays healthy. If he is healthy and he's the Tristan Jarry that I believe he can be, this team I think can get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
If he's not healthy in the regular season, are they a playoff team?
I still think they've got enough to make it in the playoffs. They made a little goalie shuffle. They got Alex Nedeljkovic there now, and they've got some padding in that position. So we'll see, but they're a playoff team for sure.
Okay, and then if healthy, maybe Eastern Conference Final. We shall see. Good question there from the super cool guy. Who else do we have here? Season's greetings, Kevin K. Sends defense and goalie play. Is that a question? Statement? Rhetorical? Rupper, you want to take that one?
So I'm going to say that. Is there a concern on the defense and goalie play? Is that what he's asking there? So I'm going to say.
How excited are you?
I'm excited about this team.
Yeah.
And if the Ottawa Senators can defend, like team defense-wise, forwards too, team defense, if they could defend it all, it could be a lot like the New Jersey Devils last year. Take a big leap because the Devils, we knew the prior year when they were not good and their record was not good, they could score. Ottawa can score.
Yeah.
Can they keep the puck out of their net at a bit more frequency? So the left side of their D is awesome.
Yep.
You've got Sanderson, Chychrun. You got Sanderson, Chychrun, and Shabbat on the left side. Right side, a little not as solid, but it's still pretty good. And then these are 2 goaltenders, and I like that. If Anton Forsberg could be healthy and Jonas Korpisalo, that's certainly an upgrade to what they had. I like this team. I think that they're a playoff team.
Yeah, I look at that decor. I think that's one of the real bright spots about their roster. Jake Sanderson just buttoned down a longer-term deal. I think this kid is capable of a lot at the NHL level. And for me, I know you're not asking about the forwards. We focused on D and goalie play, but that's a pretty deep crew down the middle. That's a formidable top 9. You're built Stoitzl, Norris, Pinto down the middle. There's a lot to like there.
Playoff team for you?
Yes. I thought they had
There was some hesitation in
the
your voice there.
makings last year.
Yeah.
I thought they were last year too.
Me too.
We're analysts,
Yeah.
Jay. Well, we're analysts. We don't analyze knee-jerk.
Yeah.
We think, we consider, we
Miss Cleo,
analyze.
get the magic ball up there and
we
let's
let things
roll.
percolate. We
Okay.
take a minute to think about it. Yes, Ottawa can make it.
All right, I like that. And I think they'll like that response as well. Do we have any more questions? Let's see. We do. NYI, New York Islanders Dynasty, 80-83. Can the Islanders crack the top 3 in the Metro on the back of Sorokin and net? Will Horvat provide big boost to offensive attack? Let's start with the goaltending, Stu. Sorokin.
Yeah, I saw Sorokin. The camera was in front of that
You need the
tweet.
que- you need the question
What
back
was the
up?
specific question about
Let's
goaltending?
throw the question
Is he going to be
back.
good?
No, will they finish top 3?
yes.
Will he finish
In the
top
Metro.
3?
In the Metro.
Okay, in the Metro.
We're having a hard time reading the questions here. All right, so here we go.
Can the Isles
crack
top the crack 3 in the Metro? No, they do not crack the top 3 in the Metro.
Okay.
Though Sorokin will deliver, in my estimation. And yes, I think Bo Horvat, given a meaningful training camp, given a full cycle with this group, I think Horvat comes in and makes a difference. It was an awkward fit to start. Don't have a good feel for why. I think there's more to come from this Islanders group. And Rupper, we should caution ourselves. I think just about everybody we talk about is making the playoffs this year. I don't think mathematically that's possible.
Yeah. No,
22 teams in the playoffs. New format.
I don't have them finishing top 3 in the Metro. I just think that that's Carolina, you go Carolina and New Jersey are the 2 clear favorites for me in the Metro. Then you've got Rangers, Penguins, Capitals. You don't know what you're going to be getting from those teams.
Yeah.
CBJ, can they make some noise this year?
CBJ could be, I expect them to be better. I actually expect Philly to be a little bit better too. So, it's going to be tough for them to finish top 3. But I will say this, you never know, because with that goaltender you mentioned, Ilya Sorokin, he currently, I'd say probably the last 2 years, has been playing better than any other goaltender in the world.
Yeah.
And I word that very carefully because I still like Igor Shesterkin and Andrei Vasilevsky maybe a little bit more in what they've done as a big picture. But this guy's been
Based
in the
on
rear
the
mirror.
offensive help he's had the last couple of years,
Yeah.
he's a big
He's
reason.
been
He's done
why
lights
they
out.
have playoff
everything they've
teams.
asked
So-
him and more.
Yeah, so if he's healthy and Ilya Sorokin is lights out, they could be in the battle there for the top 3.
All right, throw them in the playoffs, everybody. Get into
Sure.
the playoffs this
Sure.
year.
We're expanding
Another
the
question
playoffs, aren't
here.
we? Is that what the
Yeah,
plan is?
I like it,
gratuitous.
Yeah,
Very
new rule, expansion. All right, Duggan McLean. Is Bedard a Hall of Famer? Bedard hasn't even played a NHL game yet. What do you think?
WHL Hall of Fame.
Okay,
yes,
for
I would
sure.
agree.
Yes. What do you
WHL
think?
Hall of Fame.
When all is said and done, 20 years from now, is Connor Bedard going to get the call from the Hall? I mean, that's a tough question.
I'm going to say yeah. And here's my train of thought. We know that he's going to be having success. We don't know how much this year, but I have him for, if he's healthy, he's going to be over 30 goals. And as an 18-year-old doing that, you know that's got to be Hall of Famer. If he's going to get 1,200 games. I mean, when you're playing as an 18-year-old, you got a good chance of getting up there in numbers like that. He's going to put points on the board. He'll be a point-a-game guy. Yeah. I mean, you have 1,500 points.
Where's the bar
1,200
for him?
points for him at the end?
Connor McDavid, Austin Matthews level. Like, where are we putting Connor Bedard here?
First year, right out of the gate?
Yeah, and just basically maybe like 5-6 years into what those guys have now accumulated in the NHL. Where are you going to slot him?
I think you could. I honestly don't think. I reserve a different category for a guy like Connor McDavid. He's playing in a league unto himself.
Yes.
He is separate from even other generational players. But as I look at Connor Bedard, I think he is doing at other levels at the amateurs to this point what other generational players have done. He astonished at the World Junior Tournament. I mean, there are very few players that are 2 points a game while playing at the World Juniors, and he blew up. Scoring titles at the WHL in his final year of junior. So I think he is capable of being a Hall of Famer. At the end of the day, are we going to talk about him in that? Does he achieve that status? I think that's a fair bet. I would shade towards yes, not no.
And his his base that he has with those legs and the way he skates down low and he's powerful. And Luke Richardson, the head coach of the Blackhawks, said that he's built very low and wide, and it's like Sidney Crosby. And when you have that, yes, when you've got that sturdiness, like he's not going to be a perimeter guy. He's going to get to the middle of the ice. And when he gets to the middle of the ice with that shot, he's going to score goals. So this is really looking down the future. But I'll say, yeah, he'll be a Hall of Famer.
All right, this just in. Connor Bedard highlighting the Hall of Fame class of 2047. We'll see if that plays out that way. Here we go. Oh, my. This is quite the letter. Connor Bedard with a genuinely funny moment today with the Blackhawks media. Bedard said he's been learning how to cook more since he's living more independently. When asked what he's been cooking, well, actually not much. Just kind of something to say here. Veteran moves already. Okay.
Give him a little, but not a lot.
It's funny. It's funny though when guys turn pro. I remember going over to teammates' houses and I've gone over to guys' places where their stovetop is immaculate, clean. I'm like, you got a cleaning service? Like, how do you keep everything so clean? He's like, I've never used that thing once, never cooked anything on it. So maybe that's the key.
Wasn't there something that came out recently about his diet and like, hey, have you ever had a cheat meal? And his cheat meal was like
sushi. Yeah, it was sushi. Yeah.
Live a little, kid.
I know, right?
All right, well.
Pretty reckless.
Learning how to cook.
Sounds pretty reckless.
Yes, not. Well, he's learning how to speak to the media as a professional athlete, that's for sure.